Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. How are you guys? I hope you're doing good. I just came out to my shop, so I'm a little late because when I came in, it was all full of smoke. So I had to clear out the smoke and yeah, that was fun. Hi Jeff. Congratulations on your breakthrough. Yeah, it was all full of smoke, babe. It was full of smoke. It stinks. It smells like smoke, even. But I got it. It's still a little smoky in here, but I cleared it out, and yeah, the Flint was closed. Well, it was warm, but hi, good morning. I don't know how warm it is anymore since I had to leave the door open to get all the shit out of here. Oh, don't be so shocked. Don't be so shocked. Hi. I'm trying to tighten this so it will quit moving. There we go. Okay, there we go. Hi everyone. How are you guys doing tonight? Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Do you charge your doing tarot readings? Well, of course I do. I do. You want to do a tarot reading with Lucifer? He does all my readings with me. He's not, he likes to do them with me. Ever since the first time I did a reading with him, when I first started working with him, I had this chair set up over here. I know you guys probably heard the story a million times and seen the pictures on Facebook, but you'll have to email me at bluewitch379@gmail.com. But I was sitting, I had a chair set up. His altar used to be right here, and then he made me move it, but there was a chair next to it because he likes to have a chair next to his altar so that he could sit there when he comes in. So I have this beautiful chair for him. Anyways, I had a chair here for him, and it was like covered in black silk and everything. Anyways, so yeah, I had to do a reading, and my divination table was right there by the chair, and so I said, can I sit in your chair? And he's like, shh. I said, how about if I sit on your lap then to do the reading? And then I sat there, and I felt like it was okay to sit there, so I did. Hi. And then somebody, I can't remember who it was that took the pictures, but somebody caught pictures of him like looking at me like this, sitting on his lap, so it was pretty cool. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. So you guys, I've been getting into this book because, wait, let me make sure before I open my big mouth, make sure it's the right one. I'm sure it's the right one. Yeah. So this one right here is called The Altar of Sacrifice. You guys got to get this book. He wrote this back in 2014, 2013. Second night in a row, my ghost radio said blue when I hopped on to watch you. Oh, they love me. See? They're so sweet. And when I do work out of his books, they say Mark. So they know what's up, you guys. Our spirits know. But I brought this back out here with me. I've been reading it in the house. But my meditating with my book, trying to travel with it, has been really successful, but not in the sense that I'm there with the book. Like, that's what I thought it would be like, but it's not like that. It's like I'm like literally doing things, and then stuff in the book is happening. Like, just stuff. Like I'm performing things that are in the book. And then tonight when I did it, there was an actual beautiful serpent that came to me and it had wings. And I was like, you are so beautiful. And you're mine. And I put my hand out and it just like came right up my arm and sat right on my shoulder. Like it was part of me. Like it was my child or something. It was just like it was supposed to be there. And I had no fear of it. It was so beautiful. But he had little wings. He was like an orange gold color, really bright, beautiful serpent. But yeah, it just came right up my arm, got right here on my shoulder, and we just were hanging out. And I was like, "You're mine. You are so beautiful." I kept telling you how pretty it was because it was so pretty. But yeah, so I don't know what that's about. So I got to try to find it. I'm sure it's in the books. And it's probably in this one, but it might be in the Queen of Hell. I don't know what one it's in. I have them all, so tonight after I'm done with all my casting, well, I'm going to try, maybe I'll try to find it before, because if it's in the book and I can use its, tap into its power, then I might do that with my spells tonight. Oh, and I got two confirmations of spells working, and so the business one went through. She got her closing date is done, and she's getting her business that she's been trying to get forever, and it's finally going through. So that one, the business one that I just did a couple of nights ago, is done. She's got it. And then of course the love one that we've been working on is moving and shaking. Woo-hoo. Makes me happy. And I've heard of a couple other ones that I did a while back that have been working. And so I got a couple of boosters to do on those because they're working, but they're not like where they want them to be yet. So, but they're back together, but they're not as close as they want to be. So we're going to do some boosters on those tonight. Hopefully, if I have the energy, and I think I will, but I'm going to try really hard to get those in tonight. I know people think that boosters don't take that much energy because they're pretty fast, but they really do. They take a lot of energy too. And so I know that I mostly work with the spiritual realm to get these done, but that is in itself can be very draining for a witch. So I thought it was normal that people do that many spells in one night, but I guess it's not. I was told that we should only be doing one spell a night at the most, and one a week or 2 a week, and I'm like, no, how about 2 or 3 a day, you know? And that's why Hecate makes me take my days off. Even though I do have permission to do the book stuff on Sundays, and I'm so excited about that, you guys. Oh my gosh, we are in for so many treats. Hecate is going to bless us big time. She's really happy about that. And so I'm super excited about it. I can't wait. Yeah. Just wait, you'll see. She's got big plans for us. Surprises all the time. But yeah, I want to try to find how to work with that, with the serpent's energy. I don't even know if you consider it really a serpent. It's a serpent. It's a snake, but it has wings, and so, and it was big. It was pretty good sized. But you know, its head was probably like this big. So it was good size snake with pretty wings. So what you got? What are you guys doing? Did I miss something while I was jabbering on? Um, sometimes the ghost radio on the other guys. Hi, happy love night. I am ready to do some love spells. I like to change it up though. It's fun to change it up. I enjoy that. But then, yes, I better put my ghost radio on so they'll quit messing with my Wi-Fi. Let me do my thing with my Wi-Fi. Last time I saw Snake in my dream, Hecate was there and I had no idea it was her and wound up running, calling her a demon. She tried telling me otherwise, but I was really set in my ways. Oh, that sucks. Hang on, I'm fixing my Wi-Fi, you guys. Give me a second. There we go. All better. Yeah, at first, I thought, what do I do with this snake? Because I was like in my living room, and then there was like this thing in there, and I was like, what is this? And so I lifted up this thing, and then the snake came out, and he just like came right up and said hi to me. And then I was like, oh, I don't know what to do with that. And so then I was like, oh, I don't know what to do with that. And so it went back in the thing. I don't know what it was. It was like a big, I don't know if it was like a stone or what it was, but it came out and it was just like, and I was like, you are really beautiful, but I don't know what to do with you. And so I went out the door and I said, I need someone to come and help me with the snake. I don't know what to do with the snake. And then there was someone there, and I don't know who it was. I thought it was Belial, but I don't know who it was. It very well could have been. But and then I said, I don't know what to do with the snake. And then I went back, and then the snake came out again. And then I just put my arm out, and he just came right up. And I said, never mind, I got it. He's mine. You can go. And it was just amazing. It was really cool. I'm just like in awe of everything that happens around me all the time. And I don't even like to talk about it like to my boyfriend, because he doesn't care, but he's just like, it's just so wow, you know, that he's just like, okay, we gotta go work on the side by side, you know. And I'm like, no one cares about that side by side. You know? But it's just amazing. Amazing things. It is. But in town, as I know they're out of state right now, visiting my family. Wait. Right now, visiting family, and you know, well, I was curious. I didn't find any harm in asking you as I don't know what's wrong. What are you talking about? Did I miss something? And considering the snake was orange, could it be a servant of his or have something to do with him? You said orange is definitely glass, but yeah. You read the second part of the question first. Oh, I didn't see the first part, sweetie. I'm sorry. Hang on, let me go back. Okay, wait. At risk of sounding like a worrywart here, I wanted to ask, is sending a message to the target 2 days after a previous one a no? No, not if you... Did he message you back? I only did this because I wanted to ask when they'd be back. Oh, no. That's fine. You can message if you guys have open communication and he's not like trying to get away from you, and you guys are like getting along and you're talking, and that's movement, sweetheart. You can do that. For sure. I would. Yeah, so I gotta find out about this beautiful snake. Um, well, you know, and just don't just some people will like repeatedly message them like stalker, you know, like, are you gonna talk to me? Are you gonna message me back? Where are you at? What are you doing? Who are you with? And they're like, oh my gosh, you know. But like one message every few days or something isn't a big deal, I don't think. So I don't think that that's a problem. I mean, unless you guys are fighting and he told you, I want nothing to do with you, or, you know, if there's any of that kind of nonsense going on, then that's different, of course. Then you have to respect that and just do it once in a while. That was my love booster you did the other day, right? Yes, ma'am. It was. It is. It's still burning. Where is it? Yep. The one live? Yep. So I'll use sister. Here, I'm going to put the ghost radio on. I keep hearing noises over here, so I think that they want it on. They were tapping on the walls earlier. So, you know how they are. They're like... We have stuff to talk about, too. There you go. Yes, it was. The reason I've been going live, well, the reason I went live for your spell is because YouTube's been messing up my downloads, and I don't know why, but it's really frustrating, I know, and the quality of the video is poor, and I apologize for that, but I didn't want you to have to wait 14 hours to get your video up. And so I just did it live. And I know when I go live that I talk with everybody and it makes it a really long video, but you could just watch it through your part and then turn it off if you don't want to watch the rest of the chit-chat stuff. Because for the boosters, I'm just going to be doing the boosters live. I do them at the end after I do the castings, and then the castings can take up to 7 hours to download, and I don't know why they're taking so long, but it's really frustrating. I will see him at work then, which I know will help the energy tremendously. Yeah, I've just been sending messages every week and a half or so. That's good. Perfect. Yep, perfect. The spirits in my room have been going banging and thank you on my printer and copy. Yeah, it's been really active lately, and I don't know. Have you guys noticed that like things that people say to you lately, everything sounds twisted, like, I don't know. To me, everybody's communication's been getting like twisted up, or I don't know how to describe that, but like they try to say one thing, but they say something else to me, and it's really quite annoying. But it's like it's almost like they're trying to say something, but the truth comes out what they really meant instead. And then you're like, oh, I don't think so. You know? So I've been having to deal with a lot of that. And it can be a little hard to communicate with people when that's happening. But I don't know if it's like a moon cycle thing, if it's a planetary thing, or if it's just a growing pain. The end of a season, the start of a new season. You know how when you have friends for a season and then you outgrow them, or they outgrow you, or whatever, and then you just kind of run, it kind of fizzles out. I'm noticing a lot of that going on, um, which can be kind of, you know, hurtful, and you know, feelings get hurt and stuff easily when that starts happening, and then, you know, it's just, you just gotta let it go, you know, part as friends, and, you know, talk once in a while, kind of thing. So it's I've had a couple of different people say they're going through that, so I was just wondering if everyone else is going through that too. Hi, how are you? You made it, yay! But yeah, so this book, we'll change gears on that. The Altar of Sacrifice, you guys. He talks a lot about saffrons in here. I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not saying that correctly, go ahead and correct me in the comments, because I don't always say stuff right, because I'm American and we butcher the shit out of language, you know? So it's just what we do. It's one of our gifts. And I don't really care, like, if you, I mean, as long as you're not offended about it, you know. Don't write me a nasty me thing. Just say, hey, Blue Witch, pronounce it like this. And I will. I don't care. I have no problem with that. How about you guys? What are you up to? What are you reading? How are you? How is everyone? You look so different without beanies. You look good either way. Thanks. I know I should have one on too. It's really getting cold. It's cold out here. I have one right over there. I could go put it on. No, I thought I would not do a beanie tonight. Actually, I really just forgot. I even have on like my little Mary Jane house slipper thingies. And then I came through the snow to get out here. And so, yeah. I was like, look at all this beautiful snow that I'm walking in my Mary Janes. That's really smart. What are you guys up to? What are you guys doing tonight? Somebody just asked me that. It must be the season. Everybody's wanting readings. You guys, if you guys want readings, message me on bluewitch379@gmail.com, and we'll do some readings with Lucifer, okay? Because I do them all with him now, because he likes to do them. And so when I do tarot, I do it with Lucifer. It's our thing. But don't be surprised and don't freak out when you get the devil card, because he likes to show off. I have these cards right here. These ones are the first ones I ever got in here. And I use these ones on the working altars for spell casting. And they are beat up. You know, they're the basic, the regular ones. But yeah, they are like beat the hell up. So I don't read with these. I read with the, what's his name? Patrick, I want to say Velatio. That's not it. Embarrass myself. What is his name? Patrick. Oh, I can't remember. What is his name? evening. Good evening. What's his name? Do you guys know his name? I'm in the LA area and it's really cold here too. Geez. Please, no snow, but it's been windy and cold. Must be an interesting day. Yeah. Hang on. Let me grab it. Let me grab them. Because that's not nice. Hold on. Because his deck is fucking badass. Hold on, hold on. I have the book right here. I'll grab that. Valenza. Is that right? Valenza. Patrick Valenza. Is that how you say it? I think that's right. This deck is awesome. I love it so much. When I first got it, I was doing readings for myself. And so I know why they say not to do that. Because I got my ass chewed out. I know. But look at how pretty the cards are. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, like, they are stunning. I love them. Here's the death card. Look at it. Isn't that crazy? Like, his cards are just so beautiful. I love them. Here's his devil card. Yeah, here's his devil card. Festival. And then this one is the High Priestess. It's a beautiful deck. I love it. I haven't looked in this book in probably a year. Oh, look. This is kind of like what Belial did to that guy the other day. I wonder if that's him. This is like what happened when I did that, what Belial did to that guy yesterday. Remember when I was telling you guys that he like ripped him open from the mouth and then sucked his soul out? That's what he did. Right there. Yeah, if you get this deck, get the book. Because, well, I never really read it or the meanings of it, but the art by itself is amazing. It is, gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. I'm trying to read what that guy was saying. Okay, let's see. I missed a couple things. Recommending getting a tarot reading first before you do spell work from you. No, I just cast. I figure you guys are adults. You know what you want, and I don't like say, oh, I'm not going to cast for you unless you're like wanting something stupid like, to harm a baby or something. If you're like one of those kind of people, then I just tell you, get fucked. But if you know what you want, I'm not going to judge you or try to discern if it's gonna work or not. If I'm casting, it's gonna work. So I don't care about bending free will, and I don't care about all that crap. So I just say, if that's what you want, then I'll do it. Not poking fun, just sounded funny. Oh, I know, totally. It does. Well, I said it wrong the first time. That's why I got the book. It is a nice one. When you get money saved up, I'm getting the tarot deck of Sex Magic deck. Shocker, huh? Oh, yes. You naughty girl. Oh, well, I really like those. I have a hard time working tarot. I have better luck with oracle cards. Yeah, oracles are... Yeah. other oracle cards? I have the Halloween oracle, and it's gorgeous. Oh, shoot. Living imagery. What is the name again? Oh, yeah. Deviant Moon Tarot. Thank you. I love that about you. Zero fluffy bunny bullshit here. Yep. But yeah, this is the book. And when you get the deck, it comes with like a poster of a card layout that you could use. And I decoupage that poster on a table, and then that's my tarot table. It's over there. I'm getting ready to put it up in the loft because I have to make room for the reading stuff, the book club stuff that we're going to do for the Mark Allen Smith books. But yeah, it's fucking badass. It is such a cool deck. But if you use that layout, prepare to have your ass handed to you. Just saying. I don't like that layout because when I do it, they're like, rip a hole in your ass, and the very last card will be, oh, but we love you, you know, kind of thing. It's like, oh, how dare you say these things about me? Yeah, guides are fun. Well, because I do it different. I don't let the cards tell me stuff. I make the guides come. Your guides will be, I will call forth your spirit guides to do the reading for you. And, you know, with us. And because they know you, and they know what you're going through, and they know all that stuff. They know where they're trying to help you go, and blah, blah, blah. And so who would be better? You know, call the guides. And so that's what Hecate has me do, is call the guides. And sometimes they get pissed off about that, but it's too bad. I feel like cold air blowing on me from somewhere. Anyways, so I do it a little differently. I don't just go, okay, and I just flip out the cards. That's not how I do it. Let's see. Getting addicted to these live chats of yours and info you share with me. Thank you. I'm so terrible at meditating. I was wondering what is a good way to focus more clearly. And trying to do that and then start thinking about dumb stuff like work. You can work through that. Just keep going. Acknowledge the thought and then put it away. You know, I've been trying to do this conjunction with sending out the energy balls. Yay! For the most part, I can focus okay, but sometimes it can be difficult. Yes, it can. I know. It's really hard. I do it every day, and so for me, it's like I could just do it. I could do it like that and be somewhere else. I could go somewhere else right now and still be here. And I have a deck like that, blunt as hell. Made me cry a lot, laughing out loud. And I did a reading for someone else, and it made her cry. Yeah, their guides are like, you know, they don't hold back. They're like, oh, got an opportunity, you know, to tell her like it is. And man, but yeah, doing that, the one that comes with it, that layout that comes with it that goes like this, can be a pain in the ass. And that's if you're not asking questions. And it's just in general, well, you need to do this right, you need to stop doing this, you need to stop doing that, you're doing that wrong, that wrong, that wrong. If you just do a question, you know, what's happening in this area, usually they'll tell me. But if you're a big fuck up and they've been trying to get through to you about something else, then they'll throw that in there, and they don't care what you're asking. Don't do tarot unless you're ready to hear the truth. Yes, be careful what you ask for. 100%. Because sometimes people don't like what I say from the cards, and then they get mad at me because they think like I'm telling them, you can't do this and you can't do that. You need to let that shit go and move on and da-da-da. They don't want to hear that. And so unless you're willing to hear the truth and you're willing to hear something that you probably already know you need to do, don't ask. Because they'll tell you. And then it's not my fault. It's your fault for wanting the reading. How do you know if it's your calling to follow a certain path? Like, lately I'm drawn to all the stuff we talk about here. Well, then you're probably called to it, sweetheart. You're right about that. Last card saying that we love you. Yeah, like, I did one for myself, and they're like, you need to focus more on this. You need to do this better. You need to do that better. You need to take better care of this. Blah, 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 blah. All the way around. And then when I got to the last one, they gave me, like, the world. I was like, oh, thanks. Hang on a second. I missed one. Blue. How to know. Just, you probably are called to it then. What I normally do is I'll be able to focus for a minute or so, and even a few seconds, and send out the energy ball. And if that, after that, I break focus, I stop. Well, that's okay. Just, you don't have to do it for a long time. You could just do 5 minutes, you know? At first, I would say do the guided meditation. The guided meditations are really good for beginners because they'll help take you there, take you out of yourself so that you can, focus and put everything in order. Listen to the vibrations, the healing chakra vibrations. I listen to those every night when I go to bed. If they're not on, I have a really hard time going to sleep. I need those vibrational musics on, those sounds on. And so, yeah, listen to them. There's so many of them on YouTube. It is amazing. What are you talking about over here? We got a critic. We got a critic over here. Okay. What are you trying to say? Are you angry about something? Rachel, you didn't come here by accident. You found your way to Blue's channel for a reason. Listen to your inner voices and your intuitions. Absolutely, Kelly, you're right. So many times we don't listen to our intuition, and our intuition is like so powerful. If you will practice listening to it, like even if it's something silly and simple, do it anyways. Like, I know I'm dark. Thank you. Oh, I think I'm getting shit, you guys, for being... What about it? Well, you're the one... Because... What do you mean, why? Don't you know who I am? That's why. How to practice that. So you're sending out energy and focusing. I want that to go. Okay, this will target. You just keep doing it. You just keep practicing. Start with meditation. Oh, Sorry. She's giving me shit over here. Um, your intuition. That's where I was at. Okay, so just practice it whenever they tell you any little thing that they tell you, like scoot that glass over a little bit, it's going to fall on the ground. That's your intuition telling you that that shit's getting ready to fall on the ground. So even though like there's no one around and you don't feel like doing it, do it anyways and just keep practicing that. If they tell you that person's a bad person, walk on the other side of the sidewalk, and you're like, oh, I'll just like, you know, stay clear of them or something. No, if they tell you to walk on the other side of the sidewalk, do it. Even though you can avoid the problem, yourself, you know, just do what they tell you to do. And then it'll grow, and then you'll get really good at it, and then you can start manifesting things with it and everything. But you have to practice the little things. Start with the little things, and then it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. You know. Well, thanks for stopping by. She called me a pig. I think. She said pig, and she wanted to know why it was dark. And then she said this stuff on my countertop. And I heard something moving over there, and she said it was dark, and she wanted to know why. Good. Before I get in touch with Blue, I was in touch with other witches. Hold on. Before I got in touch with Blue, I was in touch with other witches to get work done yet. Deep down, I never felt right, but since I came across Blue's channel, it's different. Oh, that's so sweet. I feel like that on my path. I feel like I always have those problems with that app. Oh, do you? They give you shit too? It's ticking me off. You are making sense. Hi, Linda. When I first started on this path, well, once I got on it, once I was done going through all the trauma of it, and then I was on this path, I felt so comfortable in myself, like I wasn't searching anymore. I found where I was supposed to be. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be doing, exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, where, you know, I fit. This is me. I'm in sync finally with my path where I'm supposed to be. And I think that when you find your true calling, that is how it will be, how you will feel. And so try to recognize that. And when you feel that, there's a reason you feel that, you know. So just embrace it. I came to Blue's channel because I'm not a witch. I believe in witchcraft. I know it works, and I read a lot about it. Have an interest in it for so long. Well, maybe there's a reason for that. Random thoughts are usually your intuition. Like once I was burning a candle and got a random voice warning me the glass would break, and I ignored it. 56 letter broke. I've had that happen so many times. I know exactly what you're talking about. I was thinking about the candle. I wasn't looking at it. It was reading something. I was reading from a random voice out of nowhere warned me. Yeah, when that shit happens, you've got to listen and do an action to it. Because they're telling you something, and then and then you do something in this realm to acknowledge that, it connects, and then it grows, and then you're building that muscle. You're putting those energies together to work together, and then it grows. That muscle, that energy will get stronger and stronger and stronger. Yeah. Yeah, I hate it when that happens, when you have friends like that. That's how I got more receptive in my intuition, picking up friends. Yeah. Um, yeah. I think that once I started doing that, it was awesome. I noticed that it was getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And so yeah, just keep exercising that, you guys, and you will be surprised, like how intuitive you get, and you'll know things just like that. They'll tell you, and you'll be able to connect to that, and you'll know, and you'll just be like, oh really? What are you talking about? You're getting very deep over here. Let's see what he's saying. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Who are you? What is your name? Usually it does happen to me, but I don't pay attention to it. I need to learn more how to tap it. Yeah. I appreciate your answering my questions. I'm sorry if I come in with entirely different topic than what's being discussed. I don't want to do her out. You're fine. We're all over the place. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to answer questions. It, I'm all over the place all the time, sweetie, and don't feel bad. It just takes time. I've been working with this for months and still find myself ignoring it more than I listen. Yeah, it's because we're trained to ignore it. As children, we're trained to ignore it. And in school, we're trained to ignore it and get rid of it. And so when you realize that that's not right, and you get on the right path, and then you have to retrain yourself. And so it can take a bit to learn how to retrain yourself. That's all. Hi, Cindy. Good morning. How are you? So tonight we have 2 love spells and 2 boosters. So I'm going to do the love spells first, and I will record those, and then the boosters I'm going to do live. And so when I do the boosters, there's 2 of them. So I'm going to put, it'll say live boosters for, and then I'm going to put the initials of both sets of boosters, because I'm not going to do a live and then get off and then do another live and then get off. And so I'm just going to do them both together on the same live. That way there's no download time. You're still trying to shake off the religious upbringing. Yeah, I didn't really have a hard time with that because, I don't know, I just did it. I never really liked it. I mean, I was really into it. I'm not saying I wasn't. I was a Pentecostal, and I did all that stuff. I taught children's church for like a year or something. I was an elder of, what was the name? World Harvest Church. here in our town. Um, and I would drive myself to church so I could listen to my heavy metal before I got there, because I knew when I got there, their music was going to annoy me. And so I was not, I fought with all the pastors, and the people were disgusting, and um, they would do really bad things, and they would all sit around and talk shit about each other, and it always pissed me off. And I would either cause like a split in the church. I've probably split up at least 2 churches, and because I would be fighting with them about stuff that they would tell people. Because then they would tell people something, like they would tell a woman something really bad, and then the women would call me and go, what do I do? Pastor said this. I'm like, tell him to get fucked. That's what you do. You know, I would be like, oh, and then I would be calling him and fighting and all that stuff. So I really didn't have a hard time breaking away from that. I didn't fit into any of the churches that we tried to go to. I never fit. Like, they would have someone come in, and I'd be like, that guy's a child molester. I'm not going to sit here and listen to him. And I would get up and leave. I would just know things. Yeah. And so it was always a big problem. And so yeah, you know, I don't know. It was just a thing that I went through. I mean, I'm glad I went through it, so that now when they start their shit with me, I know exactly, you know, what they're talking about, and they can fuck off. And I don't have a problem telling them to fuck off, because I know the difference. I know what's real. I've been on both sides, and so I know exactly, you know. So there it is for all you trolls who want to save my soul. I'm already saved. I missed a ton. House, where'd my glasses go? I got a ton of stuff I missed. Sorry, guys. I got on my soapbox. Okay, let's go. Let's go way back. Way. Okay, our booster's different than a real spell. Boosters are after the spell's been cast. Like say I already cast the spell, and it's moving and things are happening, but it's not happening fast enough for you. You want to give it a kick in the ass. You want to keep the energy going a little faster. You know, or there's something blocking it. That the energy's having a hard, then you'll do a booster to get things moving a little better. That's what a booster is. Okay, I was trying to figure out how to get rid of the bullshit completely, because it's messing with me. Okay, I don't know. Are you talking about the ghosts, like spirits? That religious shit is like a stain I never fully believed in, but I was so conditioned and sometimes catch myself out of habit in certain things. So true. Yeah, I hate it, but it's so ingrained. I'm getting there. Laughing out loud. I come from religious upbringing, and it was so judgmental. Yeah, they're the worst. Oh my gosh. Nitpicked me, and no one else, just me. I did really fucked up, or I would get bullied by the other people in the church. I'm sorry. They're fucking assholes. They're so legalistic. And it was hard to break away from because of the fear they put in me. But, yeah. It's very freeing. You're right. I'm gay, so I was rejected first. Bad time for me. Feminist. She said feminist. Take a good look. You will see how much the church actually was taken. Pagan practices and say it's theirs. Oh yeah, it's all copied from different religions everywhere. It's all stole. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Just wanted to say hi. How are you? I am fantastic. How are you, sweetheart? The religious programming is what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. You just got to take it out. Have Hecate help you with that. She's really good at that. Have her help you. Whenever you think like that, just do the power balls. Make those balls and just say, I remove, and pull it out of you, like pull it out of you and pull it out of you. And helpful, she said. And just pull it out of you with those energy balls, make them and pull. I remove all religious bullshit out of me, take it out. And just think of it like you're healing your mind. Like it's a mind healing thing. Just like you heal your body, you can heal your mind. Heal your thoughts. Take all the lies out of you. Consequent. I starting letting go of religion when my best friend killed himself, and I was told he was denied in heaven because that was... Oh. Doesn't that fucking piss you off when they say stupid ass shit like that? That was their guilt trip. Yeah. I get really angry about shit like that. Like, they gotta be careful when they say shit like that. When I get wind of that, because I will curse their ass. I will shut their shit down. The teenage girl that killed herself in my town, they were giving her family shit during the burial and stuff. And I was just like, oh, hell no. And Hecate, she was like stuck in her death state, and Hecate took, helped her and got her out of there, and she was fine. But it's true that they do get stuck in their death state, but so do a lot of fucking Christians, because they come to me as spirits and ask me to help them cross over and say that God never came for them. Where are the angels? God never came for me. Shit like that. And it's really sad, because that's what they believed, and now they need help crossing over. And so, I stopped going to church 20 years ago, and it's all a bunch of crap. Lots of people there, fake pastors, cheated on his wife. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I always raised hell in my town, and they said shit like that after he says yeah, executioner. Thinks I will try that. I pray to Hecate tonight for her help, guidance, and protection from that bullshit. Yeah, it's a bunch of crap. Sometimes, because I'm so in tune to spirits, and I live next door to a church, I will get spirits from the church come over, and they'll give me shit, and tell me, that I'm evil and I'm this and that. And I just tell them, if they don't get the fuck out of here and leave me alone, that I'm going to banish them to the abyss. And they fucking hightail it out of here really quick. So, if the spirits are bothering you or putting thoughts in your head, they'll do that too. They'll put their religious thoughts in your head and make you think about that. If that's happening, banish them. Tell them, I'm going to banish your ass. Get out of my head. Quit putting that fucking song in my head. Sometimes they'll put their fucking stupid ass songs in my head, and I'm like, oh, hell no. Where'd that come from? No. And tell them. Let's see. I call myself a recovering cradle cat. That training and programming stuck with me forever. It was hard to get away from those thoughts and feelings. So I keep it truly getting in, staying in my head, in my path, finally over it, in fear of hell. It took ages and lots of meditation to get through. I'm sorry. It's hard, you guys. But you can do it. But don't worry about like asking for help with Hecate, because she'll help you. She'll do it. She's like, oh yeah, let's get that out of you, you know. And she'll bring it up, and you can have a good cry about it, and let her take it. Let her take that off of you. Don't try to hold on to it. You know, just let it go. Let it get off of you, and you'll be good. You know, I know that you have to like go through the motions, and nobody wants to do that, but if that's what it takes to get it off of you, then go for it. You know, do it. Only a year ago. What's this? What about Catholic pedophile priest? That's no sin. What the pastor was telling people who were caught child molesting in the church I was going to is he would say, leave it in God's hands. That's, you know, for him to deal with, not you. And I was like, no. If it was exposed to you that it's happening, then it's for you to deal with because you're the parent. So call the cops, put his ass in jail, and protect your child. You know, that's ridiculous. And then I got called in. I got called in all the time. I was always, thank you. I was always getting called in and being in trouble because I would tell people the opposite of what the pastor was telling them. And I would just say, I'm right, you're wrong. Deal with it. And how could you tell her that? How could you say that? I would tell him, how could you sit in that chair and tell me that to my face? You know, no. And so it was always a problem. And my husband would be like, oh my gosh, here we go again, woman. But anyways, you guys, it's been a little over an hour, so I'm going to get off, and I'll be back on live later for boosters if I get to them. I'm going to try really hard to get to them, but I don't want to spend too much more time on here because I need to get set up. I got to do all my candle lightings and offerings and get everything ready for tonight's love spells. And I love you all, and welcome to all my new people, my new subscribers. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the little bell button, and then when I go live, it'll hopefully notify you. I know it's not really good. Good night, Loop. Bye, you guys. Talk to you later. Peace out.